Hello, my name is Rebbeca Ford, and I work on Warframe at Digital Extremes. Today, I'm going to be looking over some of the most searched Warframe questions on Google and hopefully providing answers. First question, how big is Warframe right now? Right now, we've kind of never been on more platforms, so PC, PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox Series X and Xbox One, and of course, I already said PC, maybe I didn't, Nintendo Switch. So it's pretty big. We have a pretty healthy user base that sticks around, and then we have an even bigger user base when we release major updates. So you either stick around for the day-to-day, or you come back when there's something you want to play, and that's been the routine for the past 8 years of my life. So it's only gotten bigger. Are Warframe accounts cross-platform? Did I write this question? That could have been me that did that, because they're not, and we really want them to be, and I'm not surprised this is one of the most searched questions, and I probably have contributed to it myself because I would like this to be the case, but they're not right now. Are Warframe servers down? No, they're not. We actually have a pretty good uptime streak, we'll say. Perhaps I've jinxed it, but no, the servers are not down. We're pretty quick to fix them if they are, and that's actually a big part of my job, is knowing when they're down, and because I haven't had any panics lately, they've been up for quite a while, so go. Are Warframes human? Ooh, I can't answer this because I think it's better answered by playing the game. I think if you're a super fan of Warframe, you know the answer. If you've gotten through our cinematic quest line, The Sacrifice, you will certainly know the answer to this and maybe cry a little bit along the way, so happy crying. Are Warframes sentient? Well, this is a tricky question because the most important answer that you want, yes or no, I can't give you because you need to play the game to find out. There's a lot to what Warframes are, what level of sentience they have, and perhaps once you discover that, you'll feel a little differently about how you enjoy your day-to-day Warframing. Who is Lotus? Well, I know her. She's okay. Even though I do her voice acting in-game, she is not me. She is her own character. Depending on where you are in your Warframe journey, you either know her as the one who has awoken you, or you know her as the one who, well, I won't say what, but let's hope 2021 is Lotus arc. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Who is Space Mom? Probably me. Lotus. Space Mom is another, not me, sorry, Lotus. Space Mom is another name for the Lotus. It's just a little nickname she's gotten due to the role she plays in that early quest line in Warframe. So if you've completed the second dream, you'll have a very strong affinity to the term Space Mom. And if you've ever watched any Warframe streams, you'll probably see Space Mom get said a lot in chat. What Warframe should I get? I think, to be pragmatic about this, you should get the Warframe that seems to have either the playstyle you like invincible and or support and or lots and lots of damage, or aesthetically. You know, if you really jive with a more sinister looking aesthetic or a more tech looking one, there's Warframes for you. So it's gonna come down to form or function, as with most things. Can you explain the Warframe Neja? I can. It was part of our initial launch in China. We worked with making two Warframes such as Wukong and Neja, who are based on the very, very awesome lore, we'll say, of, you know, Chinese culture and mythology. So Neja he's fast, he's got fire walking heels, he's got divine spears, and as of, you know, very recently, we primed him, meaning if you like Neja, the Warframe, you can get Neja Prime, which is the ultimate version of this very popular Warframe, in fact. What Warframe is Zaku made from? This is a great question. Zaku is the broken Warframe that we made in partnership with our community. We basically said that Zaku is actually made up of 3 different Warframes that were broken on a void mission, and Zaku is the sort of culmination of these 3 frames, and they, as a Warframe, can't really be taken back apart and put into these other Warframes that you would know, because they're just, you know, remnants of what came before. So can't tell you. Oh no, a tier list. 3 top tier frames in 2021. Well, there's lots of Warframe YouTubers that will tell you what they think S tier is. We recently, as in like 2 weeks ago, released full stats on what players played with in 2020 to give you the usage tiers, so what players actually used the most. For my personal preference right now, the top 3 tier Warframes in 2021 are probably still Mesa, just because I like gunslinging. Korra has a spot up there for a lot of reasons, but you could, let's say, if you wanted to be just reliable, you could replace Korra with Rhino just because it's a very accessible frame, one of the first frames you get. And now I'm gonna think of the third one. This is tough. Maybe I shouldn't have said my own opinion at all. Maybe I should have just stuck with the stats. I regret what I've started here. My personal third favorite Warframe this year is Protea. Top 3, Protea came out last year in 2020. I think she's great. I think she's super fun, really fast, lots of casting, lots of tech. So those would be my top 3. Favorite frame, question mark? Everyone seems to have a soft spot for Nova. She's very cute, very powerful, but the true answer is probably Wisp because she's great and super cute. So probably Wisp. Tell us something about Sevagoth. Besides having the best name in the history of Warframe names, Sevagoth is going to be a Warframe that comes in Update 30, Call of the Tempestari. This Warframe has a very sort of ghostly energy, and from what you know, you can also not only play as Sevagoth, but you unleash their shadow as their ultimate, so you get a whole like ghost experience with their ultimate that allows you to use a whole other set of powers. A really fun fact for Sevagoth is their quest is going to be released this year, and it's pretty emotional, and it's going to tell a really great story about why Sevagoth is the way he is. So I'm very excited. How fast is Gauss? Gauss is, you could say, the fastest. If you had to measure it, Gauss at his fastest when only using, his first ability and fourth ability combined. I'm not going to give you a figure because I can't think of it, but the point of this is you can make Gauss even faster if you use other Warframes to buff his speed. So no matter what I say, the answer is faster than that with creativity. So there you go. Who is the Stalker? The Stalker is the first enemy in Warframe that players encounter and go, what the hell is going on? The Stalker appears when he wants to. He is mysterious. He leaves after either being brutally killed by players with the best gear in the world, or he one-shots new players. We can't say more other than he is who he wants to be. Where to find Neurodes? Here we have a question from someone that's just starting their Warframe journey and probably trying to craft one of the first 2 things that we put in your foundry or you get. And Neurodes are on Earth, and you can find them in any mission there. If you're lucky, kill some enemies, look for some breakable resource pods, and get your Neurodes. Get farming, get crafting. Go, go, go. Where do you get Argon Crystals? Go to the Void. It's purple, it's pretty, it's a crystal. You'll know when you get it because the screen will pop up and show you that you got Argon Crystal, so go get them. Go to the Void. Favorite open world setting in Warframe? Ooh, okay. We have 3. Earth, aka Plains of Eidolon, Venus, aka Orb Valis, and Infested Body Planet, aka Cambion Drift, aka Deimos. So if you like nocturnal kaiju, go to Earth. If you like giant robot spiders, go to the Orb Valis. And if you like disgusting infested things and mechs, go to Deimos, Cambion Drift. Totally normal game. Oh my god, just how dysfunctional is the Entradi family in the Cambion Drift? Well, very, I would say. When you first meet this dysfunctional family, they kind of all hate each other, but one of the progression systems in our open worlds is you build up rep with the factions there, and the more rep you build with this family, you get little cinematics of them perhaps mending their differences. So you can kind of either just look at them as dysfunctional or play a part in the mending. It's up to you. But you should do it because you got to progress. What's going on with the Doyle Paradox? This answer is rooted in a 2019 reveal that we did at TennoCon of a really, really cerebral, weird trailer for the Doyle Paradox, and basically haven't said a word since then. And I'm gonna not say a word. Are you excited riding alien horses? Well, the 2019 Doyle Paradox trailer showed probably the most insane horse design in a video game. Maybe not the most insane, but pretty close to oh my god, what is this horse? I am excited, but I'll be real with you. we really don't have a lot to say about this, especially not anytime soon. So set your expectations accordingly for a lot more silence on this topic. What's going on in the Glassmaker story? Orokin, vendetta, crazy, killer, murder mystery, boss fight. That's now over and you can no longer play until we re-release the boss fight, which we are. So some of those words will make sense. I don't know. What's new with the Railjack? Very well-timed question. This answer will vary dramatically whether or not Update 30, Call of the Tempestari, comes out before or after. We did a major revisit last year in 2020, and we're doing another revisit this year in 2021 that will make it look and feel very different from even last year. So the answer is there's always something new, and there's probably always going to be something changing. So just know that you'll be flying your spaceship around still. It'll just feel different. When is Barrow coming? We actually have a bot that answers this question because we get asked it so much. So if you're in game, just ask when Barrow and the bot will tell you. But the answer is every 2 weeks, Fridays, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Who is the man in the wall? If you've unlocked all the lore in the Deimos Necrolisk, in the back room, there's a Necroloid syndicate. And back there's 8 story entries for the person who we shall say was the first to make his acquaintance. So the man in the wall was first acquainted with the world of Warframe through the actions of one character who you have only met through their stories. So go to the Necrolisk, go to the Necroloid Syndicate, rank it up, read all the lore, and then ask yourself if you still want the answer to that question, because you may be too terrified to consider the ramifications of that knowledge. I don't know. Lastly, who is Clem? Many, many years ago, the Warframe community found itself in the adoration of a community creation known as Clem, who was the Grineer clone that just wanted to be a Tenno. They wanted to be a Warframe. They wanted the Warframes to notice them. This Grineer clone was shorter, he was a little askew with his mask, and we put him in game. And he is your friend, and you can play missions with him, and you can summon him to help you on your missions, and he'll always be there for you. Whether you're down in the dumps or having a great day that you want to have him around, he'll be there. So if you play Warframe, or maybe you want to get into it, no better time to start. It's free to play. We're always updating, and we're going to be releasing and supporting our 30th update, Call of the Tempestari, which brings a new Warframe quest, new Railjack missions and reworks, and a lot more. So hope to see you in game. PC, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, 5, Xbox One, and Series X. So see you later, Tenno.